Hey buddies, this is Grisha from Under the Water, and this time we're reporting from the beautiful state of Veracruz. This is a northeastern state of Mexico, right at the Gulf of Mexico. And then on this trip, we're going to be diving in Puerto Lobos. This is in a city or a town called Tamiahua. And then we're going to go down to Veracruz City, where there's a lot of very cool diving as well. Now, this state has a lot of natural beauty for ecotourism. It is quite famous, but it's certainly not in the top 10 list for the diving community. So we'll take you to some of the jewels in this state when it comes to diving. The first one is Isla Lobos, which is a military-controlled, and I know it sounds scary, but it's not. It's a military-controlled island that is about 1 to 2 hours away from here on a boat drive. And it's really beautiful. We'll show you some beautiful recordings and video from that. And you can actually camp there. You can stay there for 1, 2, or 3 days overnight. And then we'll take you to the other diving jewel here, which is the Plataforma Tiburon, or shark platform, which is an abandoned oil platform that goes all the way down to 50 meters below sea level. Typical dives there are between 25 and 35 meters, depending on your expertise and the currents and the water temperature. You can see a lot of big, large life there, very pelagic, but also a lot of beautiful coral formations on the actual structure. So we'll make some cool videos so you can see it for yourself. Again, this is not a typical destination for the diving community, but we intend to make it so. And one of the beauties of living in Mexico as a diver is that there are a lot of undiscovered jewels, if you will, that are simply not on the typical list for divers. So we'll take you there, and we appreciate you being here with us, and we'll see you under the water. So this is the shark platform that we talked about earlier. The way it works is the boat comes up here to tie onto the platform, and then they throw down a line. You come down, it's about 10 meters, 15 meters, or 45 feet away from the platform. You come down here, and most of the dive happens between the 24 and the 34 meter mark, which is right about under 100 feet depth. You spend about 15 to 20 minutes at this level, and then slowly make your way up in the middle where those tubes are. And again, there's a lot of large life right here, and it really is a very cool dive. Depending on visibility, you're going to see no more or less, but it is really, really cool.
drove down from Mexico City to this beautiful place. The drive was easy, not much traffic, the road conditions are so good. And it took us 4 hours.
That's right. So it was a 4-hour drive down here, very easy. Now the drive from here to the dive location is a whole different story. And as I said before, depending on weather conditions, it can be either an easy, relaxing boat ride or quite choppy. In fact, literally a pain in the butt. Unfortunately for us, the conditions were not great, and it took between an hour and a half and 2 hours to get there and from there. Now, we certainly suggest that if those are the conditions and you can wing it, you should probably stay there to camp on the island, because riding there and back every day, we're talking 3 hours, 3.5 hours of choppy seas and pretty high waves. So again, it was fun once, twice, but in this trip we did it 4 times, and it left some marks on our butts.
Yeah, honestly, to sit here on these wood chairs is quite challenging now.
Right, but anyways, it's worth it. It was fun, and we certainly recommend it in spite of that. That part maybe is the only thing that we could do without. Unfortunately, they don't have helicopters here, so we have to ride there with a boat no matter what. All right, but anyways, it's a pretty good place to go.